second half, and the Mavs are up 54-42. Get ready for action. And joining me here, guys, is American Airlines First Officer Tom Marquardt. Now, Tom is involved in a very cool program. Tom, you've got something going to help out all these soldiers. Tell us what you're doing.
American Airlines now is supporting a program called Air Compassion for Veterans. It's a nonprofit organization that purchases airline tickets for wounded soldiers and their families to either attend treatment or to go to an adaptive sports camp or something like that. American Airlines, through its Fuel Smart program, is donating 20 cents out of every gallon saved to Air Compassion for Veterans, and they in turn buy airline tickets for wounded soldiers and their families to get together on the holidays if they're separated, if they're in a long-term rehab situation where they can't be with their family. It's something that I experienced myself as a wounded soldier. When I spent a year away from my family traveling back and forth, I know it's difficult even when you have the resources that I have. Some of these guys really don't have a lot, so it's really something that American Airlines is just giving back to the wounded soldiers like they do with a lot of other veterans programs.
And you're going to be back up in the air very soon because you have gone through this rehab process.
That's correct. They did a great job with me down there at the CFI, Center for the Intrepid at BAMC, and I'll be back to flying hopefully in January, if everything's so well.
Awesome. Tom, you're doing a great thing. Thanks a lot, man. Enjoy the rest of the game.
All right, thanks a lot.
Mark, Bob, back to you guys.
All right, thank you very much, Sken. And Major Marquardt is talking about American Airlines' Fuel Smart partnership with Air Compassion for Veterans. Helps fund medical attention for 8,000 active military veterans and their families. American Airlines made the initial donation when the program was launched in 2005 of $100,000, and future donations are made on a quarterly basis. Major Marquardt was traveling back and forth from Cherry Hill, New Jersey to Brooke Army Medical Center in San Antonio, undergoing treatment. He was an amputee from a leg injury that was suffered when he was on active duty, and a great story and a great program.
Isn't it great, Mark, when you find out things like that? There's so much of that is going on, and people contributing in so many different ways, and we just don't know it. It's really nice to hear stories like that.
You know, American Airlines donated the plane and crew that flew the folks up from Brooke Army Medical Center in San Antonio today. The shot by Stevenson is no good, and Gordon Hayward got the rebound and was fouled. As I said, American Airlines donated the plane, and the crew, of course, donated their time that were involved in bringing the soldiers up from Brooke Army Medical Center. You know, American Airlines does have a great connection to the military. 60% of their pilots are either on active duty in the military or veterans. So that's you know, one of the unknown aspects of this whole thing.
We both read all of our material, didn't we?
We did. We studied, yes. Huh? We did our homework.
You know, it is something you pointed out earlier, though, Followell. I remember watching from the other side and seeing seats for soldiers, and it's like, oh, it's very cool that the season ticket holders give up the seats, but there are so many different people involved that contribute and make this a really special event, and it's just a great thing to be involved in.
And appropriate in this holiday season of giving, that generosity is such a big story on this night. 54-43 with the free throw made by Darren Williams for a defensive 3-second call on Dirk. 36 seconds gone by in the third quarter. The Mavs made 7 first-quarter threes en route to a 29-4 lead. Utah has chipped away since then. Late in the shot clock, Jefferson has made it a 9-point game with that jump hook.
Game on, gentlemen. Single digits.
Let's go. Well, Utah, as we noted earlier, 17-7 and 7-2 on the road. No reason to think that they were just going to curl up into the fetal position and go away for the night. They have fought back. Their record and their head coach, Jerry Sloan, certainly give you all the evidence to come to that conclusion. 10:38 left in the third. After the missed three by Kidd, you've got a foul called on Dallas on Kidd, and it's Kidd's third foul. Darren Williams, 20 points tonight, by far leading the Jazz in scoring. Their next highest scorer is Millsap with 6. Williams on the free throw line, and of course you can chat with different members of the military who are involved with Seats for Soldiers tonight on the Mavs TV companion link on Mavs.com. And tonight we have, in the third quarter here, Army Specialist Joey Marte is joining us. So, Sken, we've had some good predictions so far from the guys. that are sitting next to you and participating in the chat.
Yeah, specialist Marte, he went kind of vague. He said he thought Dirk would be awesome. So that was his prediction.
He actually told me after he said that to you, he thought Dirk would be Emperor awesome.
Oh, did he? All right, good. He's rolling with the unauthorized nickname. I love it.
Butler's shot is no good. Millsap rebounds.
Tell you what, Mavericks are having trouble with that zone again. They did in the first half, and Utah comes out to start the second half in the zone. Nice defensive play by Stevens.
And a foul is called on Williams. He fouled Dirk in the backcourt. First team foul on Utah, the second team foul on Darren Williams.
Obviously, the Jazz spent a little time in that locker room talking about that zone defense, and it really changed the game in the first half, and it's had a big impact on the start. Remember now that the defense is not in front of the Maverick bench the way it has been most of the time, if not all the time.
When I think about it, I can't think of another coach in the league who does what Jerry Sloan does. That's a Stevenson 3 that's no good. And what Sloan does is like Dick Motta, as the visiting coach, you can choose if you want your offense in front of you in the first half or the second half. You can choose, which basket you shoot at in which particular half. And he's a guy who likes his offense in front of him in the second half, whereas off the top of my head, Bob, I think every other coach in the league does it the other way.
Popovich will do it. On occasion, Popovich will do it.
Okay.
Yeah, Popovich and Larry Brown will do it on occasion. But that's about it.
Dirk with a baseline jumper. Kid got his 5th assist. Dallas's first points in the third quarter. They lead it by 9.
Look at Stevenson getting after it.
Working his tail off against Darren Williams. Finally went to Jefferson, tried to beat the shot clock. Loose rebound gathered in by Karolinko. Jefferson missed, but the Jazz get it back. Now you've got Millsap, jab stepping against Dirk. Stripped by Dirk. Millsap has it back. The dish to Gordon Hayward, making his 3rd NBA start tonight. Millsap trying to pull his way to the round. No. And he's very slow to get up, I think, as he's complaining more than anything. So Dallas has an advantage, and they pay off with a rattle-home 3 by Deshaun Stevenson.
And I was just about to mention that Stevenson was kind of grabbing at his midsection there when he was on defense, perhaps hurt, but not hurt enough to drain the 3 on the other end.
12-point Maverick lead, knocked away from Jefferson. 12 on the shot clock for Utah with 8:23 to go in the third. The Mavs came into tonight 18-4. They're trying to win their 12th straight game. That would equal the longest winning streak in the NBA this year. The Spurs had a 12-game winning streak, which was stopped the Friday night after Thanksgiving by these Dallas Mavericks. It's 24 now for Darren Williams, a one-man gang for Utah. Makes it a 10-point contest here early in the third.
And they stay in the zone as you would expect they would, because it has really affected the Mavericks.
Stevenson will try to break it down as he drives, but has the shot blocked. The block by Al Jefferson is his first. Williams with a teardrop, punched outside, and it is Kidd who is able to beat Gordon Hayward to the ball. It's Butler on the trail, and Butler's 10-footer is good.
That's a nice creative move by Butler, and a little bit of a step-back move off the left-handed dribble. Separated from the defender, gave him space to get a pretty good look.
That'll give Butler 13 to go with Dirk's team high 17. Jefferson, no. On the move, it's Kidd. 2 defenders go to him. He's having all sorts of trouble. Kick ball. 17 on the shot clock. Williams kicked it. If you're not familiar with the rule, we're at under 14, of course. The shot clock would be bumped back up to 14, but it just stayed at 17 in that situation. Dirk screens for Kidd. Drives and finds Stevenson. Another 3-ball. Deshaun Stevenson, double digits for the 4th time in his 18 starts. He's got a dozen, all on 3-pointers.
And he's playing both ends of the floor. I mean, he's doing a good defensive job. He's got Williams. I mean, you're not going to shut Williams down, but he's really making Williams work.
Jefferson 64-51 Dallas. With that make, Jefferson is only 3 for 10 tonight, 6 points. He averages 17, nearly 9 rebounds, and shoots 48% for the floor. Butler is perfect from beyond the arc tonight. He is 4 for 4. The forwards are sizzling tonight for Dallas, with Butler at 6 of 8, Dirk at 7 of 8.
Stevenson did a really nice job getting that ball.
Jefferson in the basket, no good. Kirilenko has it stripped, trying to go back up, and the loose ball rolls to Kidd, who then lost it out of bounds.
Getting just a little bit physical down low.
There's some great battles underneath the basket right now.
It's a man's game down there.
That's why I stay over here.
Butler slaps it away from Hayward. He got it back. 3 seconds in the lane on Jefferson. 5:53 left of the third quarter. Deshaun Stevenson, unsung hero of Dallas's win streak. But let's sing his praises a little bit here. Stevenson hitting one of his 4 threes tonight. And speaking of 4 threes, Caron Butler has 4. You see Stevenson knocking down a couple. And Butler has 4 threes. Getting into it tonight. Dallas in front, 67-51. Cut to the basket for one of his 7 hoops in this game so far. Made 3 threes in the first quarter. Dirk's coming off a 21-10 double-double against New Jersey on Thursday. For the year, averaging 24.7 points, also 7.5 rebounds. Stevenson drives. Stevenson draws the foul. Dirk's got 17, Butler 16, and Stevenson, the other Mav, in double digits with a dozen. Had a chance to add to that total with 5:44 to go in the third.
That opened up for him because of the fact that he's made those 3-point shots, and that defender was just flying at him. It was very vulnerable. Stevenson with a good move to his left. Got deep into the lane, drawing the foul.
He's 8 of 11 on free throws this year, 9 of 12 with that make. Mike Bibby and Courtney Lee are the 2 players who are in front of Stevenson in 3-point shooting percentage this year. Stevenson is 51%. Bibby's at about 54, and Lee is at 51.2, just ahead of Stevenson. And the 4 for 5 that Stevenson has tonight will make that 3-point shooting percentage perhaps vault to the top spot in the league. Chandler rebounds, outlets to Kidd. The shot was missed by Williams. He hasn't tried many threes tonight. Williams is 8 of 14 on 2-pointers, 1 of 2 on 3-pointers. 5:25 to go in the third. Ball out of bounds off Utah. Dallas has it. 17 on the shot clock. Roddy Price is in the game, replacing Hayward here in the third quarter. Rajabel is hurt tonight. So is Kirill Fasinko. How about that steal by Millsap, or do they call it a jump ball?
Jump ball.
Rajabel, Kirill Fasinko out for Utah tonight with a groin injury and an ankle sprain, respectively. There they are in street clothes. Brian Cardinal's out for Dallas tonight with a stomach illness. That means Alexei Agensa is active. Agensa, one of the stars of the show Tuesday when Dallas beat Golden State here at American Airlines Center, and what was the opener of this 6-pack at home. Tonight's the 3rd game of the homestand. Milwaukee's in town on Monday. Portland and Phoenix Wednesday and Friday respectively. Dallas gets the steal, then Kirilenko fouled Butler. Butler stole it, Kirilenko fouled him for his 3rd, and that will put Utah at 3 team fouls for the quarter. .20 on the shot clock. No lineup changes made so far by Dallas here in the quarter. 1 by Utah. That was Price, who went in for Hayward. Butler checked by Kirilenko. The lob for Chandler. A lot of air under that pass. It gave Millsap a chance to recover and knock it away. Jefferson out front. Gauges the situation and finds Millsap for the baseline jumper.
Those short jump shots like that, Millsap's pretty good at that. You want to try to force him out a little bit further to the mid-range or beyond. Oops, turnover.
Millsap's good shooter, 55.5%. He's right behind Dirk on the board. Dirk's 10th in the league in field goal percentage, and Millsap was 11th.
You know what's really likable about Millsap too is he's one of those guys that got rewarded with a big contract and just kept getting better. And you love to see that. A lot of times guys kind of pull off the gas a little bit when they get a big contract, not him.
And he makes a nice pass into Kirilenko for the slam.
That's a good cut down along the baseline. The thing that's important about cuts like that is you come in behind the defense. The defense is not quite sure where you are. When you work from behind the defense into open areas, it's tougher to defend.
Millsap gets his first assist, and Utah cuts the Dallas lead down to 14 points. It had swelled back up to 18. He got the bank shot. It is DeShawn Stevenson's night. Wow. Millsap and one.
And they get it right back.
3:43 to go. They at least get 2 of the 3 back. Third quarter action. Dallas in front by 15. Millsap now joins Darren Williams as the only players at double digits for Utah. This deserves another look. Off the glass, a few bounces off the rim. He's living right tonight, man.
What cosmic favor does DeShawn Stevenson owe for that one dropping? Man, that's unbelievable.
Saturday night, American Airlines Center, the bank is open.
Boy, is it.
On the line, Millsap. Season high 12 made threes for the Mavs tonight. They come into this game shooting a little under 35% on three-pointers this year. That ranks them 20th in the league. League average is just under 36%. Mavs are just under 35, but they have been terrors tonight. 12 of 22 on threes. To the basket for the slam and a foul. Nowitzki dunks it home, and the Mavericks will have a chance to get the 3 back.
Tell you what, Millsap is one frustrated young man. He's trying to crowd Dirk as much as he can, and he is. And Dirk senses that, works that baseline where there's no second defender, and goes right to the rim and dunks it.
It's just so hard, too, for the guys that aren't longer defenders when Dirk, you know, they have to lean against Dirk to try and make sure they can get to his shot, and he always uses that leverage to his advantage, and that's when you see him blow by guys.
Jeremy Evans went in. Millsap has to go out of the game with 4 fouls. Morea's gone in for Kidd here in the third quarter. Marion checked into the game for Butler. A little bit of a different substitution pattern we've seen this quarter. Dirk challenged the shot. Jefferson missed.
They give Dirk a block?
They sure did.
Yeah, they should.
Let's go. 3 for 12 tonight for Jefferson. C.J. Miles is guarding Dirk outside. Stevenson. Oh, he almost got the shooter's bounce.
How did that not go in? I thought for sure that was dropping.
It's like there's a magnet tonight for DeShawn Stevenson. That's the one time it failed. Bank shot good for Darren Williams.
He is so good.
I tell you, Utah has had their share of and ones tonight. 2:49 to go in the third quarter. Mavs lead it by double digits, which has been the story for almost all of the game. DeShawn Stevenson, check it out one more time. Another 3 going in for Stevenson. He's got 5 tonight. Wait a minute, there he is. I had some chicken tenders from the concourse tonight too. He is not a vegetarian.
No, that is deep fried cauliflower.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. He ate the whole garden.
He did eat the whole garden. That was a great line, by the way, as Nowitzki hits again. What else is new? So obviously that CT that was on the box, which I assumed was chicken tenders. Actually, that's cauliflower tenders.
Cauli tenders. They call them cauli tenders.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah, and that's his third order, too. He's having a good time, and he should be.
Williams for 3. Darren Williams connects. Jason Terry subbed in at the timeout for Dallas. So did Brendan Haywood. Dirk's the only starter on the floor right now as we play with just over 2 minutes remaining in a third. Tipped out of bounds by Utah by Francisco Elson. 14 on the shot clock. Both teams are at 4 team fouls here in the third quarter. Throw in by Barea. Jason Terry catches, squares up, misses. Terry is trying to put the memories of a 3-foul, 3-turnover first half in 8 minutes behind him. We have 1:47 to go in the third, and that is Elson tracking down a pass that appeared to be off target. Price hits a 3, and Utah's climbed to within 10. after the Mavs had sent the lead back out to 18 points here in the third quarter.
Mavericks are going to have to end up coming up with another one of those fourth quarter performances. The only difference will be it'll be away from their bench.
Hooked away from Marion, and a foul on C.J. Miles, which will put Utah over the limit. 5 of the quarter. 1:24 to go in the third. And Sean Marion with a trip to the free throw line. Marion just a little bit over 81.5% of his free throws this year. He's appeared in every game, starting 3 of them. Averaging 10.7 points, just over 6 rebounds. Marion, 32 years old. And with that free throw is at 5, now 6 points for the game. Price against Barea. Williams. They send Haywood to help Terry with a double team. That forced Williams way outside, and Terry steals and then is fouled. Jason Terry will get 2 free throws after making the defensive play. Terry and Kidd come into play tonight as the Maverick team leaders in steals. They've played every game and they're tied at 1.7 steals per game this year. And here's one for Chet right now.
And he needed that. He needed something to happen out there that was positive. Good hands. He got his hand up. Got in that passing lane and came away with it.
All started with Haywood and the double team, and Haywood's size and agility ended up forcing Darren Williams pretty far out on the floor from where Williams initially caught the ball from Ronnie Price.
Yeah, great recognition by Haywood too to see, okay, Darren's a big guard. He's got Jet kind of in a bad position there on the baseline. Came over and, like you said, kept forcing him further and further out. Good recognition by Haywood.
Those 2 free throws might be real important to get Jason Terry on track a little bit in this ballgame.
Terry's been playing well lately. 19 points a game on the last 3. And in those last 3 games, Terry's shooting well. Shooting 68% in the last 3. Dribble drive, C.J. Miles, and he got it to go.
Haywood had a difficult time getting back to beat a shot blocker that time because he was well beyond the hash mark on the other side of the floor up against the sideline.
Long loping strides on that drive by Miles. He goes to the basket to score, and it's 81-69. Here's Terry in the lane. A shot was blocked by Jeremy Evans. Haywood had it. Then it goes out of bounds off Dallas. 29.6 remaining third quarter. The Mavs commit their 14th turnover of the game tonight. That's what they average per game this year, which places them 11th in the NBA. Utah's made up some ground here late in the third. See if the Mavs can get a stop and a score. We'll get that lead back up in the mid-teens.
He did it again. That's the 3rd time tonight.
Williams got Marion up in the air with a pump fake and will be shooting his 7th and 8th free throws of the game. Darren Williams already has 30 points tonight. He had a huge Seats for Soldiers game back in 2007. He had 41 in a losing cause because Josh Howard had 47 that night as the Mavericks beat the Jazz. 2 free throws with 7.9. First miss tonight for Williams on the stripe. Obviously, you get Dirk back in the game for offense when Haywood checks out. Williams averages 22. He hits the 30-point plateau for the 5th time this season in 25 games. Looking for his 31st point. Jason Terry accelerates. A little hesitation. Now driving and has it stolen by Ronnie Price. Third quarter is over. And the Mavericks end up, after all of that, losing 1 point off what was a 12-point halftime lead. Dallas 81, Utah 70. We go to the 4th on Fox Sports Southwest.
Hey, it's me.
Almost all game long. They're leading by 11 as we start the 4th quarter. It's Dallas 81, Utah 70 here at American Airlines Center on Fox Sports Southwest. Mark Followill, Bob Ortigal, and Jeff Skin Wade. Burke, Chandler all on the floor, joining Jason Terry, who stays out there. as the lone member of the bench on the floor. The starting lineup set the tone tonight with a great first quarter. Let's see if they can do the job of the fourth. Their shot wouldn't go. Utah stood around and looked at that rebound for a second, and Jason Terry almost snuck in and got it.
Had Jason Terry been a step quicker, he would have had the ball back.
After shooting 50% tonight, Utah 45%. Into the lane, Ronnie Price, a wraparound. That is not a basket. That works in horse, if you call it, but up through the rim, or up through the net, I should say.
The ball passed under the rim. It is a violation. No basket. Utah ball.
Who's going to get the ball on the sideline? What was the shot clock?
You don't see that every day, Bob.
No. I have seen it before, but you can't get it that way. You can't go both ways.
Does the ball, when it goes through, it takes away points, but then it drops back in and scores a point, so it's a wash, and then they have to throw the ball back in to restore order. That's how I remember it.
Order does need to be restored after all of that, especially after that explanation.
Yeah, sorry about that.
That line of logic.
I just made it up.
6 on the shot clock as they throw into Earl Watson. And Watson, he finally puts up a shot. He was acting like he didn't realize what was going on with the clock. And now there's a discussion here. They've called a foul on Dallas. That, I didn't think it touched the rim. Now it may have, but from the angle and live action, the angle that we're viewing it from, I didn't think that it did.
I thought it actually cracked the backboard. I wasn't sure. It slammed off there pretty hard.
Watson put up the shot, and then apparently they have called a foul on Chandler. Fouling Elson. The 2 free throws for Elson, who is now 15 of 16 on free throws this year. All right, here's the shot. Did it hit the rim? I don't think it did. The shot was off in time, but of course it has to hit the rim, and that's the issue.
It may have hit that underside of that rim. It's just tough to tell from that angle.
Yeah, the second angle, the first angle, I didn't think there was any way it hit the rim. I do see what you're saying about the second angle.
Sometimes if it does hit the rim, the ball normally gets redirected.
This is an 11-1 Utah run, guys. We got a 4-point game and a big block. That is Jeremy Evans, the rookie from Western Kentucky.
Well, what's happening now, you've got a Utah team that's playing with confidence. I mean, they're just, very, very confident right now. When you battle back like that,
and it's their bench, Bob.
And I say once again that the Maverick defense is not in front of that bench.
Hit for 3 and way off target. It's all bench guys on the floor right now for Utah. Earl Watson, Ronnie Price, C.J. Miles from Skyline High School in Dallas, Jeremy Evans, and Francisco Elson.
And not only that, bench guys who aren't known for scoring the basketball.
I mean, other than Miles, it is a rather ragtag bunch when it comes to offense out on the floor. A foul is called as Dirk got the rebound off the miss by Miles. That'll give Dirk a double-double, his 7th of the year. 22 points, 10 rebounds. C.J. Miles got his 3rd foul. That's 2 team fouls on Utah.
Number 34, C.J. Miles, his 3rd.
Utah, with their comeback, has sort of taken some of the life out of the building that existed earlier in the game as well. Jason Terry gets a Chandler screen. Heads right, pulls up. Needed that J.
Needed that J badly. And Jason Terry, the J, needed that J badly. But so did the Mavericks.
Closing in on 8 minutes left. How long will Jerry Sloan go with this lineup off the bench? The handoff to Miles from Watson. Missed on a 3. Evans goes way up for the rebound. They got a foul on him, though.
Boy, that young man can elevate.
Yes, well, that's why he got drafted. He was a Western Kentucky 4-year player for the Hilltoppers. They've also called a technical, by the way, on Ronnie Price after the loose ball foul on Evans.
Going to line for one shot technical.
Evans has some real skills, as Bob said. Great leaper, really elevated, but also committed a foul. And then Price got the technical, so Dirk will get a free throw.
And was there any doubt that Steve Javie was going to be one of the guys to take this disrespect the game rule very, very seriously? I mean, even before he was a guy that would sometimes call a quick tech, so you know in this environment he'll be ready to go.
Now you got Williams and Millsap back in the ball game, and Utah's going to try to make that run right now and see if they can grab that lead.
Evans went out. The rookie, Earl Watson, also went out.
You saw Javie telling Sloan, there's got to be starters on the floor if somebody's going to react like that. Otherwise, I'm calling a T. Come on, man.
This has got to be driving Dwayne Casey nuts, sitting down on that Maverick bench, the assistant coach in charge of the Mavericks defense, because he's just helpless. He can't get to his defense because they're at the other end of the floor.
Corner three, Caron Butler. That is his first miss from long range tonight. He's 6 of 9 for the floor, 4 of 5 on threes. The Mavericks have a 6-point lead. They have a 4-point lead with a basket by Millsap at 84-80.
Let's go.
Chandler off the elbow, went to Kidd. Back to Kidd with 10 to shoot, and a foul on Darren Williams. Williams and Dirk both end up on the floor. The Jazz commit their 4th team foul of the 4th quarter. That's also 4 fouls on Darren Williams with 7:07 to play. On the next Utah team foul, the Mavs will be shooting free throws, but they aren't here. It's a throw in for Terry with 14 to shoot.
Based on what you just said, it's all the more reason to go to the basket.
Deflected into the backcourt by Utah. Terry retrieved, got in the lane, comes up short. Utah has put on a comeback tonight. Williams will get it back after it was punched away by Dallas's defense. Williams against Kidd, into the lane. Tries to drop it off, will get a loose ball back again. Down low, Millsap against Chandler. What a challenge. The outlets, and a foul. And they just got a technical on Jason Terry. I think they called a foul on Price and then a technical on Terry.
I wasn't so sure he didn't call a travel coming in.
You know what? This might all be good, because if this crowd gets going like this.
Here's the outlet pass.
Oh, did he extend his arms and push him?
Okay.
That's why he got the tee. Oh, yeah. That official had a pretty good look at that from the other side of the floor.
So there will be free throws for Dallas out of all of this as well. There is a foul on Ronnie Price. His 3rd and the team's 5th. But there is a technical on Jason Terry. Now you've got Elson on the line. He makes the free throw. When I think good free throw shooters, I don't think Francisco Elson, but he's 17 of 18 on free throws this year. He is.
I know. I'm with you. I'm agreeing with you. I don't think of him. I see Williams up there shooting that free throw.
You did have, I got to tell you, Bob, I looked at your face and I saw the most enormous question mark on the thought bubble over your head when Elson went to the free throw line.
Couldn't figure it out. I went, what is he doing?
85-81. Terry with 2 free throws. An interesting sequence, you're right. It did at least get the crowd back into the game a little bit.
And the Mavericks need that right now, but you know, Dallas has got to give the crowd reason to get back in it. You need to get a couple defensive plays and get out in transition.
86-81 Dallas.
And someone's going to really have to defend Miles because he can shoot the ball.
That's 2 team fouls now on Dallas. Tyson Chandler whistled for his 4th. He's the first man with 4 fouls tonight. You've got Millsap and Williams each with 4 fouls.
Officials are heating up a little bit too right now.
Yeah, there's a lot of official presence. That's not good.
Williams in the lane, threads the needle to Millsap, foul to the rim. And now 5 on Chandler.
Tyson Chandler, his
So with 6:14 to go, Brendan Haywood maybe going back in. Look at this crowd around Darren Williams, and he is able to find Paul Millsap. That is a heck of a pass. And at least preventing the dunk, and Millsap makes the first of two. 73% on free throws this year. The problem is you got 5 fouls now on Chandler.
I think the discussion between Terry Stotts and Rick Carlisle that just took place was about that, but the decision was made that Rick Carlisle is going to stay with Chandler.
Of course, he also has the option of the new fourth quarter star at center for the Mavericks, John Mahimi, who has played well in the fourth quarter of these last 2 games. 1 and 2 on the line for Millsap. A repost to Dirk with 5 to shoot. Backing in on Elson, fouled. The game has ground to a halt because of a ton of whistles and free throws. The Mavs will try to take advantage of that and stretch the lead back to 6 when we return from this timeout with 5:52 left.
These are 100
in each quarter, and Alicia's going to have to bring it home for a Maverick victory now, fellas.
It's up to you, Alicia.
No pressure at all.
Don't let us down.
She's got it under control.
Remember, it's a long walk back now.
The good news for her is that Dirk's on the free throw line, and that always helps you keep your cool. He hits 2 to give Dallas an 88-82 lead as we dip down under 5:50 to play.
Who will make the big defensive plays down the stretch for Dallas?
Driving C.J. Miles high up off the glass.
Got to make him go right. You allow him to put that ball on the floor and move to his left. He's very effective.
Remember, Chandler's out there with 5 fouls. 4-point Dallas lead. Nelson in the game defending Dirk, and another foul. Utah fouls a lot. Only 3 teams foul more frequently in a game than Utah. The Jazz average about 24 fouls per game. And that's where they are for the game tonight. 2 more free throws for Dirk. Ooh. 3 for 5 on the line tonight for Dirk. The Mavs are 18 of 22. The Jazz are 19 of 22 on free throws.
If the Jazz are going to crowd Dirk with someone like Elson, he's going to get to the free throw line a lot in these last 5 minutes.
89-84. Butler is the defender against Miles. They send Millsap to the basket, and Miles finds him. A 3-point game. Under 5 to go. Utah has displayed some real intestinal fortitude tonight. Hats off to them. Around a Dirk screen. Kid with 4 to shoot. Dirk with 2 to shoot, and he will not get it away in time. A shot clock violation. The Jazz are shooting to potentially tie the game if they hit a 3.
Everything will go through Williams. He has the ball.
And he's going to drive it. He can tie it with a 3-point play. How many and ones have they had tonight?
Well, they just got another one.
At least a half dozen. And with that, Tyson Chandler fouls out of the game. Darren Williams has a new season high of 33. 4:31 to go. If he gets his 34th point, we got a brand new ball game. And we do. It's tied at 89. Oh, Chandler is fouled
He stepped
out.
over. Dirk stepped over.
And so Utah has it. They can go in front.
He went out of bounds with the ball. He then stepped inbounds and did not release it.
A mental mistake by Dirk. Haywood went in for Chandler as he fouled out. And there is Elson. Boy, Elson thought it was real funny when Dirk committed his miscue. And Elson commits the backcourt violation. The worm just turned. That's Dirk's mistake right there.
Put that left foot down, inbounds.
And now Elson commits a foul. That was a Brook Lopez, Kevin Durant-like move. Dirk got his arms underneath the defender's arms, guys, and went up and made contact and drew a foul. Here it is.
And Elson's first thought was, gosh darn it, anyway, that's what Duncan used to do to me every day in practice.
One more look at it.
See, Dirk comes up into the arm of the defender. There's a lot of people in this league that do not like that call.
But you get caught with your hand in the cookie jar when you've got your hand out on a defender like that.
Well, that's why you don't want to be reaching toward that defender. You want him out to the side.
Millsap finds Ronnie Price. The dribble drive, the kick to C.J. Miles. Over the backboard and out. Dallas maintains a 2-point lead. Dirk gave them the lead with the free throws. Some energy back into this thing in the building now.
And Williams immediately talks to Price or to Miles about that shot.
4 minutes to go. Now it's a little bit smaller defender, Millsap against Dirk. He gives the ball up to Terry. To the baseline, tough shot, but it goes! Terry runs by Rick Carlisle, gets a big slap on the butt.
And look at this, the Mavericks change up defensively. They've just gone to a zone.
Terry with that basket is 2 for 9. But what an opportunity and what a time to get just his second hoop of the night. Let's see if the zone can deal a different look to Utah to slow him down. Williams, 2 to shoot. Finds Price for 3. Got it. Ronnie Price is only a 28% three-point shooter this year.
And now Utah goes to his zone. Chess match is on.
Dallas in front by 1. After the Price 3 for Utah. Dirk to Kidd to Terry for 3. Right back at you. He answers Ronnie Price. And with under 3 minutes to go, the Mavs lead by 4.
Here comes the energy.
It's been gone for a while.
Yes, it has.
Williams the bounce pass. Close out by Butler against Millsap. Back to Price for the tie. Oh, Ronnie Price.
My goodness.
And he
Mavericks
makes
still
it
by 1.
Yes, by 1. Not a tie, by 1.
You're getting excited, my friend. That's good.
The energy's back in the building. 96-95, Dallas. Dirk puts it on the floor, spins into the lane, and a foul! Every time Price gets a 3, the Mavs have an answer. Last time Terry answered with a 3-pointer. Now Dirk can answer with a 3 the hard way. It'll have to wait though till after the timeouts. 2:19 remaining, and a timeout on the floor. 98-95 Dallas. Terry gets the basket. The slap on the butt from Rick Carlisle. Drains the 3-pointer, 2 huge baskets, and a huge bucket by Dirk. Draws the foul, 2:19 to go. Don't go. His life. Tonight's Sport Fact discusses the Utah Jazz. They are comeback artists this year. As you look at this list of big comebacks by Utah this year, I think the one at Miami at 22 down, at Orlando down 18, and home against the Lakers down 19 really applied to what's going on here tonight with Utah rallying. Now you just had Dirk hit a free throw to complete the 3-point play. It's 99-95 with 2:06 and counting to play.
It's really an interesting graphic pointing out how good Utah is at coming back from major deficits.
And against good teams. And on the road.
Yeah.
That Laker game was a home game, but at Miami, at Orlando, they had an 11-point rally against Atlanta as well. Big miss, though, by Williams. He's 12 out of 20 with that miss, 34 points. Terry's had a hot hand finally as of late. He gave it up to Kidd. You got Dirk with 5 to shoot. Dirk doubled, and it's stolen. C.J. Miles. Terry from behind, poked it away. It's out of bounds.
That's great effort, Jason Terry. Boy,
Stops a fast break.
you talk about kicking in the jets.
Turns on the afterburners and knocked it away from Miles. 1:33 to go, 21 to shoot for Utah. The Mavs lead 99-95. Double team goes to Williams. Al Jefferson is back in. Fumbles it. In the corner with 12 to shoot. He has to take a timeout.
Good defense by Dirk. All over him.
Miles will throw in.
It's a good place for a Mavericks steal.
Butler's guarding the inbounds pass. It goes into Darren Williams. Williams to Price. Price has had a hot hand lately. Jefferson doesn't get the bounce. Loose ball, Dallas has it. Dirk got it. Butler couldn't claim the initial rebound, but then Dirk is there to gobble up rebound number 14. The Mavs try to bring it home. 1 minute remaining. 10 to shoot, Jason Terry. Now Dirk finds Terry, the two-man play. Terry can't get it to go. Jefferson the defensive rebound. The Mavs cling to a 4-point lead. 45 seconds. Williams gave it up to Price. Price goes baseline, and he throws it away. And it goes out of bounds. It was deflected. Yeah, it was deflected by Dallas. 9 to shoot. Kidd almost got there.
Made a great effort. I'll tell you what, those soldiers sitting at that table thought Kidd was going to end up right in their lap.
8 to shoot. Williams a crossover, the elbow jumper, in and out. Jefferson, the offensive rebound and the putback at 30.9 to play. Timeout, Dallas.
I would imagine they would like for this pass to come into Kidd. Darren Williams will certainly be playing Kidd as much in a denial position as he can. Kidd gets free with a pick down low.
Utah is playing defense with a 6-second differential. They aren't fouling. They're going to try to get a stop and get the ball back to shoot for the tie or the win. To Dirk with 8 on the shot clock. The differential is 6 seconds. The defender is Millsap. Dirk drives, finds Terry. How about that dagger? At 3 by Jason Terry.
A job well done by Dirk Nowitzki. Protecting the ball, drawing the defender, and getting the ball to Terry quickly.
A timeout for Utah. They will use their full with 7.6 remaining. Jason Terry had a very forgettable first half.
And third quarter.
We won't forget his fourth quarter, though, Bob.
No.
He did every darn one of them.
That it's a good fourth quarter again by Dallas, and as you said earlier, you really have to respect what Utah was able to do, battling their way back into it.
They actually tied it at 89-89.
And how crucial was that turnover, the backcourt violation on the inbound pass? They had the momentum.
Yeah. Dirk had turned it over. They were throwing in with a chance to shoot for the lead. And then Elson couldn't catch the pass to the backcourt violation. Utah's advanced it. A throw into Darren Williams. They're down by 5. He hoists a 3, rimmed it out. Dirk with a rebound and fouled. The 15th rebound tonight for Dirk. He'll have a chance to tack on to his total of 30 points. And in front of Seats for Soldiers, the Mavericks will run their record to 6-1 on Seats for Soldiers nights. And once again, it turns out to be a thrilling game, which is what has happened in all of these Seats for Soldiers games in the past.
It was more than thrilling.
They wowed him in the beginning with that offensive display. The Jazz came back and they wowed him at the end with sealing the victory.
Mavs and Bucks on Monday at 7:30 here at American Airlines Center. Game 4 of the 6-game homestand.
There's Nowitzki again with 31 and 15.
And you can close the books on the Mavericks' 12th straight victory. They had to fight hard for it. But those guys in the front row can respect how hard Dallas had to fight for it tonight as they bring it home 103-97.
An outstanding fourth quarter by both teams, I thought, and Mavericks just really, really battled. It's kind of neat. Some of the Utah coaches, as they are leaving the floor, walking by some of the soldiers and shaking hands with them. That's pretty cool. So thank you to the soldiers. Thank you to the Mavericks.